You know, I was reading Matthew chapter 6 today. I can't tell you how many times I've read that chapter. I just have an affinity for it. But Matthew 6:1, reading it today, struck out to me. And it says, "Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. For then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven." And in this chapter, Jesus talks about giving, praying, and fasting. And he says that if you're going to make these long, drawn out prayers that are just trying to get the attention of people, if you're going to give in such a way that people look and say, wow, look how much that person can give. If you're going to fast in such a way that people have to ask you what's wrong with you, that's the extent of your reward. It's attention. But on the other hand, Jesus says if you give in such a way that your left hand has no idea what your right hand's doing, if you pray in the secret place, in your private closet, if you fast in such a way that you clean yourself up and nobody has to question what's going on with you, those things that are done in secret, they will be rewarded openly by God himself. And that caused me to pause and think, how many times have I done that? I've done something. I've talked about serving. Maybe I've talked about giving. Talked about praying. Maybe I've just been a fool, right? Acted like one. Acted foolishly in order to get attention or recognition. That's the extent of your reward. But if you have a humble heart and a way in which you do things privately, you're obeying God in giving, you're spending time with him in prayer, you're seeking his face in fasting, and you're doing it not for men's attention, but for God's. God's going to reward you. Your obedience will lead to reward. And we don't do it for the reward, but rather God rewards us because we are doing what he's told us to. And if anything, you're getting to spend time with God. For one, you're obeying. But secondly, the fact that you're getting to spend time with him, as Jesus calls him your Father, that's awesome. Just something to think about. Are you a showboater? Or are you humble? Are you a meek and lowly servant, just as Christ was? Or are you seeking to make a name for yourself, just to get attention? Because remember, that's as much reward as you're going to get. Kind of convicted me today. And I hope God used that to encourage you and to even challenge you. God bless, guys.